Hello, my name is Jim Hart. I'm the founder and chief attorney of the Hawthorne Law Group. And today I want to talk to you about sole proprietorships. There are four main businesses that you want to think about if you're starting an online business. So the first one we want to talk about is a sole proprietorship. And essentially, a sole proprietorship is going to be the default business entity that you're going to be operating under if you don't choose anything else. So if you're nothing else, you're a sole proprietor. Here's the definition of a sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship is the simplest business form under which one can operate a business. The sole proprietorship is not a legal entity. It simply refers to a person who owns the business and is personally responsible for its debts and liabilities. Now, even if you elect by default to be a sole proprietorship, you need to be aware that there may be permits and licenses and other things that you're going to need to apply for in your jurisdiction, or because of the nature of your business, even if you are a sole proprietorship. So you're going to need to look at your local rules about that. Now, there are some advantages and some disadvantages to being a sole proprietorship, and I want to go through a few of them right now. So the main advantage to being a sole proprietorship is that I think it's pretty obvious. You basically don't need to spend any money. You don't need to file anything with the Secretary of State's office in your state. There's no costs associated ongoing from a legal standpoint to operating as a sole proprietorship. It's just you. Your spouse could be in it with you, and it could still be a sole proprietorship. And there's nothing you really need to do to keep up your status as a sole proprietorship. So it's a very easy business entity to maintain because it's the default business entity. In addition, any income or losses that you generate as a sole proprietorship are going to flow through to your personal income through Schedule C on your federal income tax return when it comes time to do your taxes at the end of the year. So those are the main benefits of operating as a sole proprietorship. Even though it sounds great to be a sole proprietor, there's still some significant disadvantages to operating as a sole proprietorship as well. And the biggest disadvantage you're going to see as a sole proprietorship is that as a business owner, you're going to be subjected to unlimited personal liability to all the debts of your business and to any other liabilities that may arise in the scope of your business. So that means if somebody sues you for something as a result of your business, you're going to be held personally liable. That means they can come after your house, they can come after your cars, they can come after any assets you have, bank accounts, etc. And so that's going to be the main disadvantage to operating as a sole proprietorship. Not only do you stand to lose your business assets, but you also stand to lose your personal assets as well if you do get sued or run into any type of legal trouble. So the question often comes up, does it make sense for me to file or to elect to be a sole proprietorship? And I'll say for most people, the answer is no. Whether you're an online entrepreneur or you're working from a bricks and mortar business, typically it is not going to be a good option to elect to be a sole proprietor solely because of the unlimited personal liabilities. Now, are there exceptions to that? Sure, there are. And I would advise you to, before you make a decision to be a sole proprietor, or if you are a sole proprietor now and you're not sure whether or not it makes sense for you to continue in that role, to consult with an attorney locally, or to give our office a call to have a business strategy session and talk about whether or not it makes sense for you to maintain that status. However, for most people, I'm going to recommend that they consider forming some sort of corporate entity, which we're going to discuss in future videos. So thanks for watching today. If you have any questions about what type of business entity you should form for your online business, or you'd like to know more about how to protect your brand online, you can always reach out to us at hawthornelaw.net. And once again, my name is Jim Hart, and I thank you for watching today.